What's good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in the building, and today, as y'all can see by the looks of the title and the screen, I got a very special build lined up for y'all. Gonna be called a legit two-way mid-range facilitator. So we are actually going to be getting this build name. This is the first build that they actually just showed us on NBA 2K22, y'all. So this build, I actually found it when it came down to next gen, and now I'm going to be bringing it today to y'all. But man, before we get into the banger, I just want to say thank y'all so much to everybody that decided to click on today's video. Thank y'all for being a part of my day as well as you and mine. And y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to go ahead and hit that sub button if you're new. To the RGF family, man, if y'all are looking to join, go ahead and hit that like button. And then from there, go ahead and turn on post notifications. Let's go ahead and get 25 likes on this banger. I know that we can definitely do that. But let's go ahead and get into the making of this two-way mid-range facilitator. We're actually going to be making this build out of the point guard position. Now, when it comes to next gen, everybody is making the builds under the power forward. But when it comes to this point guard position, I feel like it really got slept on this year because you're actually able to make some very special builds out of this position. Now, when it comes down to the height, I gotta go with 6'8". That's definitely gonna be the best one that you want to go with. Then when it comes down to the weight, I'm gonna go with 185, and the wingspan is gonna be 7'6", y'all. Now, if you want to, you can definitely change up some of these stats, but the one that I would not recommend is changing the height. 6'8" is going to be perfect. I feel like that's going to be a key stat when it comes down to keeping the build name. However, if you feel like changing it up, go ahead and do it based off of your own preference. Now, when it comes down to these stats, y'all, be sure that you follow along exactly as I show y'all, because this is going to be a very crucial part when it comes down to making this specific build and getting the name. So, go ahead and put that driving layup up to an 86. Driving dunk has to be a 94, cannot go anything higher. And then the post control is going to go up to an 83. Now, on the mid-range shot, go ahead and max this out. Then when it comes down to that three-pointer, we're going to go ahead and be able to do the same exact thing. Now, depending on how many shooting badges you want, go ahead and raise up that free throw. I'm going to do it to where I get 12 shooting badges. You could even go up to where you get 13 or 14, and honestly, in my opinion, that looks a little bit better, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it at 14 instead. Now, when it comes down to the playmaking, max out your pass accuracy, ball handle. Then when it comes to the speed with the ball, go ahead and put this up to where it's exactly at 78, y'all. That's going to give us 13 badges right here. Not a bad setup so far, especially for being a point guard build. But now let's go ahead and get into the defense. As y'all can see, you're really going to be able to see why this build is called a two-way. Now, when it comes down to it, max out that perimeter defense. Go ahead and put that steal to a 60. Block, gonna be a 95. And then when it comes down to that defensive rebound, max this out, and it's gonna bring up the offensive to a 70 for 26 badges. Now, from here, max out your speed, acceleration, vertical. Then when it comes down to that stamina, for those of y'all who care about it, we're gonna be able to get a 26 stamina on this build. But look, the takeovers are going to be very solid. We're still going to be able to get the lockdown and everything that goes into it. This version right here is going to give you an exact two-way mid-range facilitator name. However, if you're looking to get at least a 60 stamina, look what I'm going to go ahead and do right here. Raise down my steal from a 60 to a 44. Put the rest of that into my stamina, but you're going to get a mid-range facilitator build name. So, you need to go ahead and make some other adjustments when it comes down to the physicals in order to get that 60 stamina to be in that safe zone. However, if you want to take away from the playmaking or even the shooting, you definitely can do that in order to maintain that 60 stamina, and then take some extra points away from the vertical as well in order to do so. In my opinion, I see that the stamina does not matter, and depending on what game mode you're playing, of course. But if you're looking to play this in a 3v3 game mode or even 1v1, you're going to be able to take away that stamina, be able to maintain the build name that you want, and everything that goes into it is definitely going to work out and be perfect. Now, on these takeovers, as y'all can see, we get the slashing, also going to be able to get the lockdown, then we get the glass cleaning, and last but definitely not least, y'all ready for this? We're going to go ahead and get the post scoring Takeover. So whichever of these that y'all decide to pick, all of them are going to be some very nice options. But if you're looking to be the most overpowered all around, I would really recommend the glass cleaning, or you could even go with the lockdown takeover. The slashing is going to be the easiest to get, but I truly believe that on this build, we might as well just go ahead and start up with the defense. So I'm going to go with the extreme clamps, and then from here, the second one is really based on your preference. To make this build very unique, I would go with advanced post moves or even post playmaking. These are going to be some two very nice takeovers that we're going to be able to use on this build. But just be sure y'all are picking the one that you want. Let's go ahead and check out the build name. And as y'all can see, like I said, a legit two-way mid-range facilitator, y'all. Now this build at 99, I'm telling you, we're going to go ahead and get this build maxed out, and once we do, you're going to see why this build is super unique, y'all. The stats are going to be very overpowered. So let's just go ahead and get the physicals out of the way. We're going to get a +8, speed 93, acceleration 90, and our vertical a 96. Now when it comes down to that defensive rebound, this will be a 99. Now, offensive rebound with boost, also running with a teammate that has defensive leader, grinding this build out to 99 and everything that goes into it. With that takeover, you're going to be able to get an 80 rebounding for the offensive side. But when it comes down to that block, y'all, as you can see, if you go ahead and add a +4, 99 block, perimeter defense will hit 99 once you get this build maxed out, add boost, and then on top of all that, run with a teammate with floor general. And that's not even including the takeover, y'all. 99 pass accuracy. Close shot and the mid-range actually are going to be very similar, but the mid-range is going to be a 99 once you grind this build out. 3-point shot, that is going to be in the high 90s. Free throw has the potential to get 99 as well, but when it comes down to that driving dunk, this is definitely going to be 99. Post control, high 90s, and then the driving layup is going to be applied to the same exact thing, y'all. So with this build, as you can see, super unique, but also literally a demigod when it comes to this. I'm not gonna lie with y'all, this build can do everything that you want it to be. When it comes down to the dribbling, very nice. Same thing with the dunking, and then the shooting is still there. But the elite defense is the #1 thing that I'm focused on when it comes to this build. Now, when it comes down to the playmaking badges, there are a few that I would highly consider. Handles for days as well as quick first step are going to be the first two that I go with. But from there, I'm going to go ahead and add on any other badges that are definitely going to be useful to my playmaking or even my teammates. So it really comes down to which badges you want to put on. Now, I'm going to go ahead and leave that option up to y'all. But when it comes down to the shooting, we're going to go ahead and put on Hot Zone Hunter on gold. From there, go ahead and put on deep threes as well. This is going to be an essential badge that you definitely want to put on for any build that can get it. Then, when it comes down to these couple of bronze badges that I'm going to throw on, corner specialist, deadeye, catch and shoot, and then clutch shooter. From there, you could also upgrade any of the tiers of the badges that I just showed y'all. You could literally go with all silver, but honestly, if you want to, why not go with gold? Corner specialist at least. Since this build is going to be a nice shooter, go ahead and put on that badge. I even like Deadeye just because it's going to take away the closeout on the defender. But if you're looking to add the post scoring on this game, Fade Ace is going to be the badge for you, especially if you're looking to put it on Hall of Fame. That's going to make this build so much more better in my opinion. Now, the last one, you could go with Green Machine. I feel like that's a really good option to go with. From here, we're going to go ahead and leave it like that. Let's go ahead and get into the finishing now. 15 badges to work with, y'all. So the first one that we definitely want to go ahead and put on is going to be Posterizer on Hall of Fame. From there, we got a couple of other badges that we can work with. The best one, in my opinion, is going to be Slithery Finisher to go with. Now, 7 remaining badges, y'all. This is going to be solely based on your personal preference, but I'm going to go ahead and put on Bronze Lab City Finisher. From there, I also want to go ahead and put on Heat Seeker. With these last 2 badges, it really comes down to what you want to do, but I feel like Putback Boss on Silver is going to be good enough just to get those animations unlocked for the Putback Dunks. Now, let's go ahead and get into the defense. We got 26 badges that we're going to be able to work with, so I'm going to go ahead and start it off with Intimidator. Then from there, y'all cannot forget about Rim Protector. Now, let's go ahead and get a little bit further into this build. We're going to go with gold clamps. From there, there's also a couple of bronze badges that I would really consider. That's going to be chase down artist, rebound chaser on Hall of Fame, and then interceptor on bronze. The 2 bronze badges are going to be key. If you want to take them off, you definitely can do so, but I recommend keeping them on just to unlock those defensive animations. Now, I'm going to go with ankle braces on Hall of Fame as well as defensive leader just to help out my teammates. For the last bronze badge, you could go with the box, but look at this, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and drop down chase down artist as well as the interceptor. Then I'm going to go ahead and drop down one more badge. I'm going to drop down rebound chaser to gold. That way I can add clutch defender on Hall of Fame. And that's a setup that I'm going to go with 15, 14, 13, and 26. Thank y'all so much to everybody who clicked on today's video. I truly appreciate y'all. I got another one dropping for y'all tomorrow, man. So y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. To the RGF family and any new supporters, if y'all are looking to join, go ahead and turn on post notifications as well as smash that like button. Let's go ahead and get 25 likes, and I would truly appreciate it if we can reach that goal. But with all that being said, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.